They will not tell you anything.
Okay, hi, how you doing? As you can tell by my shirt, it's a different day. I have a few clarifications to make on my tape that I made. One is the last time I went out there a year ago. I just gave you a quick thing. We went out there and it fell apart. What happened was a guy got lost. But what happened was we were only like 400 yards away from our objective, which is at 8,000 feet. When the chopper was supposed to come in, we were like a half hour. It would have been a 45-minute walk to get there. He was coming right in. So the guy dropped his pack and he took off with the gun and the satellite telephone and a GPS and everything. And we had to go like 400 yards. We had voice communication by yelling. All of a sudden, a helicopter came into view. As the helicopter was coming up towards the ridge, a Huey gunship flew up in front of him. Now you have to understand, out there in this place where we're at, there's nothing for 30 miles as the crow flies. Serious, you want to get a beer, it's 30 miles as the crow flies. There's nothing there. All of a sudden, this Huey gunship, the one with the recoilless cannon that sticks 10 feet out the front of it, flew right up in front of our chopper by 100, 150 yards. It scared our chopper pilot. He started communicating with the guy who left us to go greet him. Well, the chopper pilot flew down. He was thousands of feet below the ridge. He just dropped our stuff, tried to give the guy who left coordinates. He had nothing to write with. The guy's telling him to write it with a rock in the ground. So that guy got scared because of the Huey gunship that flew in. The second that gunship came into being, the entire trip spiraled down and just disintegrated right in front of my eyes. The chopper guy flew off, dropped our supplies, I don't know where, our food, our tents, our water. Didn't know where. He just dropped it because he got scared. The other guy got lost. He didn't fire the shotgun. I would have found him anywhere. He got picked up the next day by fire rescue because he had the telephone. They used Echelon, that secret government thing, you know, another secret, and to rescue him. So that killed that whole trip. But we were right there, and that helicopter flew right up and just spoiled it. I couldn't believe just the sight of this thing flying up would make the trip spiral down like it did. But it did. All it is another hurdle. And then the other thing I wanted to clear up was, in the very beginning when I talked about the atlas in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that I had took a pen, and just pinpointed on this atlas this spot, and it was in Arizona. Well, when we came out, after all the UFO thing the first time and all that, and we came out, we were in for 3 months. It took us 2 weeks to get there. So 3.5 months later, we found out that was the exact pinpoint that I had picked in Fort Lauderdale, using spirituality. When I was looking at the map, I was letting my spirituality run to where I wanted to go. And that's where I had that pinprick. And so when we went through all of this stuff, ended up being you drive across the United States and around the United States through Mexico and Colorado, and you're looking for a spot, and you end up being an exact same pinprick that you made.